Hey guys, happy Sunday. You know it's Sunday, so I'm in here cooking for the week. So here is a quick recipe on how to make baked spaghetti. Just showing you a couple things that I use. I use ricotta and cottage cheese. So these are some of the things you're going to need. I get a orange bell pepper, a green bell pepper, and an onion, and I use ground turkey. I don't like to eat a lot of meat, so I got some lean ground turkey. And I also go ahead and get your spaghetti started. Once you get that cooked, you're going to set it to the side and strain it. So I use one of my biggest pans, one of the deeper pans, because I'm going to cook everything. You really only need one pan for this recipe. So I go ahead and put some virgin oil in the bottom of the pan so I can get ready to saute my veggies, because I don't like to cook hard or start off cooking the meat first and then the veggies are hard. I just like them to be nice and sauteed before I go ahead and add the meat, whatever meat you're going to use. So if you want to add seasoning to your vegetables, you can. I don't. I just go ahead and saute them with a little bit of virgin oil and get them nice and hot, not really mushy, but just nice and sauteed for a few minutes before you're going to go ahead and just add your meat. So again, I'm using ground turkey and it comes out just right. Ground turkey, to me, it doesn't even change the flavor. I know a lot of people use ground beef, but again, I don't like a lot of meat. So I used a small thing of ground turkey and I add a little garlic powder, onion powder, and maybe some all-purpose seasoning, whatever you want to use, adobo. Now, I had mixed my ricotta and cottage cheese off to the side before this, and I added a little bit of Parmesan cheese in the mixture. So I just used ricotta and cottage cheese. You're going to set that to the side. Finish doing your meat. Once your meat is cooked, you're going to add your spaghetti sauce. Now, if I was making chili, I make my homemade sauce with tomato sauce and everything. But I was kind of tired today, and I said I'm just going to use spaghetti sauce. So I added a little bit of sugar. Now this might look like a lot of sugar, but it's not. It's only one of those little sauce trays. And I used half of it, not all of it. So I let my meat cook down my sauce for about 15 minutes, because everything is really done. Um, then you just go ahead and you add the spaghetti to the pot. And what you're doing is gonna mix this all together, because it's better to do your spaghetti in one pot and then just layer it than to have to pour the sauce and then pour the spaghetti. So you're just gonna mix everything all together. Just mix it up until you get it all just perfect. The spaghetti is all soaked in there with the sauce. So you can, if you want, you can turn the pot off, but I kept mine on. So just continue to just on real low, just continue to mix everything in together. It's really nice and hot before you get ready to layer. So you're going to get your pan. I had sprayed my pan. I thought I was about to start layering it, but I forgot I hadn't sprayed it. So I had to spray it with a little bit of pan so it doesn't stick too much at the bottom. That's when you're going to start. I use tongs and I just go ahead and start layering that pot. So that's the first layer. I'm not going to do, well, I'll show you, but I'm just going to do the first layer, and that's your mixture, your spaghetti. So I did season my meat sauce. So my meat and everything was seasoned. So that's really good. You don't have to put any season on here. You're just going to layer the pan with your spaghetti and get it all laid out. And just put as much as you feel that you want to get that first layer in. So it's just showing you how much I use to layer my spaghetti, the first layer. So once you get that all together, just work it in there really good. Make sure it's kind of flat, because you're going to add some more ingredients. So you see, that's where I was adding the rest of the spaghetti. So I used almost the whole thing of a box of spaghetti, one of the small ones, but I added some more to the sauce because I knew I had another layer that was coming up. So just mix it in there really good. And then that's when I started adding the mixture. So that is the ricotta and cottage cheese. I didn't want to put a whole lot because it's not lasagna, but I like it to be creamy. So this is really good. Some people just use cheese. They don't use any ricotta and cottage cheese, but I think this comes out better and it gives it a little bit more. It's more interesting when you make baked spaghetti and you put that, put the ricotta and the cottage cheese in there. Some people just use cottage cheese. I use ricotta and cottage cheese mixed together and just give it a little layer. Then I went in. This was supposed to be mozzarella cheese. I ended up using a whole thing of Parmesan cheese. So normally I would use mozzarella cheese and I like to mix it. So I use sharp cheddar cheese. So normally again it would be mozzarella cheese and sharp cheddar cheese, the mixture. I like that mixture. It's just something about it. And I add a little Parmesan. So if you have any fresh Parmesan, or you can use it in the can, but I mean in the bottle, but uh I meant parsley. I'm sorry, guys. Parsley, and sprinkle that on there. So here's my next layer. This is going to be the last layer. I'm not going to go in with the ricotta and cottage cheese. That was only for the first layer. And then you put the cheese, and now you're doing another layer. Okay. So it's kind of, again, like you're doing a lasagna, but this is just baked spaghetti. So you're not going to add another layer of the cream, ricotta, and cottage cheese. Now you're just going to lay the spaghetti down. Again, whatever sauce you have left after you do this is what I did off camera. I just went ahead and put the rest of the sauce on the top of this spaghetti. So, because when you get done, you're going to have a pot that has spaghetti. So this is the end result right here, showing you I didn't want to do another layer. So there it is in the oven. It was in there for about the first 20 minutes. I just wanted to show you how it's cooking and how it's coming along. Once it was done, I set it to the side, let it cool off, and I put foil over it for about 2 hours. And I went to finish cleaning the house. And when it was time for us to eat dinner, I just went ahead and cut it. It's all settled. It's not falling all over the place and hot. But this is how it looks. This is so funny. Watch what I did. So I put it on the plate. And for some reason, it wanted to flip on me. But it still came back. It's really stacked up nice. I like how it comes out. So you can take this to work. The next day for dinner, you can have it. And it's just, I love how it's so neat when you eat it. You don't have to have it all over the place. When you warm it up, it still keeps its form. So that's my baked spaghetti recipe. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And just keep in mind, when you cooking with love, it's always good. Cooking is my love language. So I hope everybody enjoyed this recipe. Have a great day.